everyone, and welcome back to the Presidential Dungeons & Dragons campaign. This is episode 6 of our Strahd Dies Tonight one-shot, which picks up directly after the previous Dungeons & Dragons campaign. If you missed any of the previous episodes, they can be found here.
All right, I'll give the recap real quick so that we can get started already. Last session, we went to a funeral. Strahd showed up, and it turns out that he probably killed the guy. Then we went to dinner with Strahd, and instead of being nice, he was a real dick, and now we are going to kill him. First, we need to free Von Richten from the jails so that he can help too, though. Honestly, I could 1v1 Strahd.
I am a bit hesitant about just going straight to rescue Von Richten. Obviously, we need to rescue him, probably, but this does truly mean that we are going up against Strahd. Currently, he's a bit ambivalent towards us, but if we did prove our worth somehow, maybe he could help us defeat the dark powers, or at least defeat the champions and either capture or destroy their souls. Might be a bit better than whatever Zephyr Pebblefoot was going to offer us.
I have no idea who that is, but I don't think we can just let Von Richten rot in jail. He did ask us for help after all.
I never thought I'd live to see the day that Joe disagrees with Barack. Man, this truly is historic. You aren't outvoting me this time, Barack.
All right, we can go save Von Richten. We do need to get back to Darkon, and the best way that I can think of is probably killing Strahd.
All right, so as an out-of-game moment, Castle Ravenloft is notoriously one of the most difficult maps to run as a game master. There's some supplements out there that help, but I thought we would try out something new for exploration and trying to navigate the castle, if you guys are okay with that.
I'm willing to hear it out.
Shut up, Donald. Obviously, this will probably work pretty well. What's this new way been?
Thanks, Joe. So how this works is that you guys have a couple of different options. One, you can say where you want to go in the castle, for example. In this case, the dungeons. Then I'll roll a d20, and if it is above a 10, you can get to where you are going. Otherwise, you'll end up going to a different room or area that is closer to your location. From there, your next roll would only need to be higher than a 5. You can also just try to explore the castle, in which case I'll roll a random die to see where in the area you head. This way, I don't have to say things like there are 6 doors in here, which do you want to go in like we did in Mansions of Madness?
I like this method. That means that we can find where we're going with a little bit of luck and don't have to just randomly guess the whole time.
Yeah, that's the hope. I think this method will be a bit more cinematic and might not work great for every dungeon, but I think it'll work good for Castle Ravenloft. All right, are you guys heading to the dungeons to try to free Von Richten then?
Yeah, let's go.
Leaving the dining hall, you see a spiral staircase leading both up into the upper floors, as well as down deeper into the bowels of the castle. Presumably, the dungeons would be down, and so you guys head that way. You can hear the steady drip of water somewhere down below you, and eventually come to a landing at the bottom of the staircase. A large hallway leads off in both directions, and you hear a shuffling sound coming from down the hall. Master, is that you? You hear some sniffing? Have you brought guests down to see me? I've been wanting some new guests. I have been needing some new guests.
Can I see who's talking?
You can see his outline and making out some of his features, but even with your dark vision, it's difficult to see him clearly.
We're just exploring the castle. Your master sent us down here to introduce ourselves. He also wanted us to check out the dungeon.
Stopping a few feet away, you hear a match ignite and a lantern is lit. The man standing before you, if he can be called that, stands about 4 feet tall and is covered with thick fur. You see that his right foot is actually a reptilian claw, and his ears are pointed and on top of his head. Master sent you. Why did he not come?
He was busy, but yeah, he wanted us to check out the dungeons and introduce ourselves.
Master is always busy. Master never comes to see me anymore. I've been alone with that wretched man for so long now. Master sent you down to see me. Master must be pleased with my work.
What exactly is your work?
A wicked smile crosses the mutated man's face. Well, persuasion, of course.
So torture. Did you say which way the dungeons were?
I didn't, but I can show you. I'd be very happy to show friends of Master my work. I am very proud of my work. He shuffles off down the hall and enters a doorway on the right.
Do we get to know what you rolled on your dice earlier? Do we know if this is the dungeons?
I think keeping that roll a secret makes more sense.
Do we have a choice other than following him here? That didn't work last time.
I want to follow behind him in the surroundings and keep an extremely close eye on him for anything suspicious.
All right, do you want to roll perception?
I knew it. This is a trap, Ben. You're not catching me. I'm rolling perception too.
I'll allow it. If you want to as well, Barack, you can too.
You guys probably don't even need to roll, because once again, I am carrying us on my back. That's a 17.
I got an unnatural 20.
That's pretty funny. I also got an unnatural 20.
What the shit? Why do you guys always have to do this? Lying is bad for you, you know?
I'm not lying, literally. I rolled a 16, and I have a +4 perception.
All right, guys, well, as you follow the strange man through the door, You enter into a narrow hallway and notice that one of the floor plates ahead of you looks off slightly, and you get a bad feeling about it. On the far side of the room, a staircase descends even deeper into the castle. The man is standing just above the top step, about to begin descending. Come on then, my workshop is just below.
Nice try, we know this is a trap. And we aren't going into another one of those blindly.
The man's eyes narrow and he bares his teeth, revealing animalistic canines. Do you not want to see my work? If you don't want to see it, then you can become it. He lets out an ear-splitting screech and charges at you. Well, I guess we can roll initiative then.
You didn't think we'd spot the trap, did you, Ben?
No, I've rather hoping you'd miss it, but you all rolled pretty great.
Unfortunately, we probably got out all of our good rolls already. That's a 17 for me.
That's a 20 for me. Take that, Barak. You aren't showing me up this time.
That's a 14 for me.
Well, I got a 4. You all were quite prepared for battle if it came to it. All right, Donatello, you're up first.
I am going to charge and hit him with my longsword.
You'll have to be standing right on top of the trap plate if you do that.
Wait, there's no way around it?
No, it takes up the entire hallway. The suspicious tile is about 10 feet by 10 feet.
Damn it, Ben, you planned this. You're always trying to put me at a disadvantage.
You can step on the plate, Donald. He is on the far side of it, and no traps have triggered.
Wait, he is already standing on it? What type of trap is it?
You aren't sure. It might not even be a trap. You just noticed that something about it looked off.
Fine. Ben, if this collapses underneath me, I am going to kill something. I'll still charge over and attack him with my sword.
The plate explodes outwards, dealing 150 piercing damage.
God damn it, Ben.
Just kidding, Donald. You make it over to him. Do you want to roll your 2 attacks?
That's a 19, and I have improved critical, so that's a critical hit.
Nice. How much damage is that?
Man, I am on fire right now. I rolled an 8 on the dice, I have a +8 to damage, and I have the critical for another 8. That's 24 damage on 1 attack.
Damn, Donald. That was a nice roll. I'll give you that.
And I still get my second one. I'll hit him again, Ben.
Before you do, your first hit really dealt a lot of damage. The man-creature whimpers and stumbles backwards into the wall, sliding down it and crying out, "Wait, please spare me. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to please Master. Master doesn't like people coming down here."
This guy's a weakling. Or he is faking it.
I don't think he's faking it. I feel kind of bad for the guy. I don't think we should kill him unless he tries attacking us again.
I'm with Joe on this one. He seems kind of helpless. He could only take 1 hit from Donatello and he's giving up.
Fine. I'm not going to kill him, but if he so much as moves wrongly, I swear, guys, I'm going to stab him.
He remains huddled on the ground, clutching the wound from Donald, which is bleeding freely, and sobbing on the floor. "Please don't. I didn't mean to. Please, I don't want to die."
Did we get his name?
No, you haven't yet.
I want to move over to crouch next to him. What's your name? We didn't mean to hurt you. You just attacked us.
Obama, as you also step onto the plate, you hear a creaking sound. Joe, you're not on it, so you don't have to, but Donatello and Barak, do you want to make dexterity saving throws?
Damn it, Obama.
Sorry, I forgot about the trap plate. That was my bad. That's a 13 for me.
God damn it, Ben. You set this up? You said the plate was safe?
It was until more than 400 pounds are placed on it. The man, you and your armor, and Barak was too much for that. What did you get on the roll?
A 2. Ben, we better not die here.
The floor plate tilts violently, and the space behind where the man was leaning falls away into the ground. You find yourselves on a slide going down fast, smacking into a wall at the bottom. The man was in a bad spot, and he hits his head hard into the wall at the bottom. Donatello and Barak both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into the wall. The floor plate at the top slides back into position. Donatello and Barak, you find yourselves in a dungeon cell, a thick wrought iron door standing between you and the hallway with only a small window with bars on it. Joe, you are still in the upper hallway.
Damn. So we would have been trapped if we had all been on that plate.
Never mind that. I want to search the man's body. Does he have a key on him?
You do find 2 keys. From the inside, though, you can't quite reach the lock.
That's okay, Barak. You have mage hand, right?
Oh yeah, quick thinking, Donald. I'll use Mage Hand to push the key into the lock and unlock the door.
All right, the door swings open, and you find yourselves in a hallway with cells. Joden, what did you want to do?
I'll carefully cross the pressure plate and head down the staircase. Do I find the same hallway?
Yes, you make it to the bottom just as Donatello and Barak open their door.
Well, I guess this is the dungeons.
Looking through the small windows, you see one cell with several strange skeletons. A lizard folk one, a dragonborn 1-2 humanoids, and a panther skeleton. Looks to be some old adventuring party that met their match in the castle. Through another of the windows, you see a man sitting on a bench staring out the window. His head is lolled slightly and his mouth hangs open.
Damn, guess we know what the strange man creature meant. When he said he was pleased with his work.
I'll open the door with the same key.
Stepping inside, the man doesn't even move his head to acknowledge you. It is very evident that he has been tortured severely.
Damn, that's brutal.
I'll cast Healing Word just first level, but to try to heal him back up a bit.
Murmuring your incantation, you see his wounds begin healing, and he breathes a slight sigh of relief. However, it looks like his mind might have been broken by whatever he endured, and he doesn't stir.
I give him back the family ring that he sent us.
He grasps it, and for once, you see almost a glimmer of light in his eyes before it is extinguished once again.
Well, this is unfortunate, but it doesn't look like the doctor is going to be much help here.
But we can't just leave him here.
No, he can't. But Strahd could be anywhere. And if he finds us with Van Richten, then that is even worse for us. Also, we killed one of his servants, I think.
Wait, we don't know that the guy was dead.
Is he dead, Ben?
It does appear that the fall broke his neck. He is gone, yeah.
All right, fine. We did kill one of his servants.
If Strahd found the dead body, though, he would probably blame and kill Van Richten if we leave him here. Though,
We are killing Strahd, and maybe Van Richten will have a moment of clarity when we fight him. We'll bring him with us.
All right, I do think that is probably the best option.
so where to next?
We thought that one of the clues led to the crypts, right? Are there any doors down here that aren't dungeon cells, Ben? I feel like we would be close to the crypts.
There are several doors that do not lead to prison cells, but as you check them, none of them look right until the second to the last door. Pushing it open, it leads into a rougher stone part of the castle, one that was carved into the very mountain upon which the castle stands. You see a pair of statues up ahead guarding a stone door and see a series of sigils on top of the door as well.
Well, that seems like the right place to be. Can I open the stone door?
It swings open, pushing aside a layer of dust as you do so. You enter into what looks to be a mostly natural chamber. A stone pathway leads across an underwater lake, with a surface so still and black that it appears almost like glass. A few stone paths branch off from the main one, leading to smaller antechambers around the side of the room, and on the far side, there is a pair of wrought iron gates leading into another antechamber.
This feels bad.
Yeah, it does.
I'm imagining that scene from Harry Potter where they have to cross the one lake to the other side.
You know Harry Potter, Donald?
I have interests, you know.
I wouldn't have thought you'd be a Potterhead, though.
This does kind of feel like that scene. You guys thinking zombies in the water would make even more sense considering this is a crypt?
No matter, I can kill all of the zombies. Let's cross the lake then. Obviously, we are heading for the far side.
Yeah, but, and I can't believe I'm saying this. Wouldn't you want to find any treasure in the other antechambers, Donald?
We are kind of on a clock, though. We still have Van Richten with us, right?
Yeah, which of you wants to be leading him along, though? He'll need a guiding hand.
I'll do it. I think that makes most sense.
As the four of you cross the underground lake, it is deathly quiet, only the occasional drip from a stalactite overhead breaking the silence. Nothing breaks the water surface, and soon enough, you are at the wrought iron gate at the far side. You see two tombs inside of it, carved out of the stone. The lid for one is lying off to the side, while the other is sealed.
I'll open the wrought iron gates. I'm ready for the zombies or whatever it is.
With a pull and a squeak of protest from the metal, it swings open. Once inside, you can read two inscriptions on the tombs. Here, Donald, do you want to read the one for the sealed tomb?
Sure. Here lies Sergei von Zarevich, beloved brother, lost to time. In life, he was the light to my shadow. In death, he remains mine alone. Slain by the hand that once swore brotherhood, may his soul find no rest, for he is bound to me as the night to the stars. No peace for the innocent, for the curse of Barovia is unbroken.
And the other tomb, with the lid off to the side, bears this inscription, Joe.
Here lies Strahd von Zarevich, Lord of Barovia, Master of the Night. Here lies the eternal ruler, who shall never yield to time or fate. This tomb, a relic of the past, shall never be closed, for death has no claim upon me. The land bends to my will, and even the grave shall bow to my power. May those who come seek only my shadow, for the light of day will never return.
Well, I think that this definitely suggests that whatever we are supposed to find is in Sergei's tomb.
So we literally have to become grave robbers.
It sounds like Strahd killed him. I'm sure Sergei would appreciate us desecrating his grave, if it meant killing Strahd.
That seems a bit generous, but yeah, I think we have to do what we have to do. I'll lean Van Richten against the wall and help with the lid to open the tomb.
No, you won't. Ben is always trying to pull one over on us, and with our luck, Van Richten would wander back to the lake and disturb the water's surface, and then all the zombies wake up. Just watch him. Joe and I got this.
All right, do one of you want to make a strength check with advantage?
You got this, Donald.
Of course I do. I literally have a 20 in my strength stat. That's a 17.
With a heave, the two of you slide the lid off of the tomb, and it crashes to the ground, cleaving in two. Inside, you see a skeleton, mostly decayed to time. There are two items of interest in the crypt. One, a ceremonial sword bearing the Zarevich family crest. The other, an amulet with sigils and a large ruby in the center.
Maybe that amulet is what Strahd has to seal the dark powers. He said that he watches over it still.
Either way, we are taking both. Ben, is the sword better than mine?
It functioned as a -1 longsword in battle. It is clearly meant only for ceremony. As you pick up the amulet, however, you feel a profound feeling of peace and power.
We should probably give Barak the amulet. If it is magic, he can probably use it best.
Any of you can use it if you want. The amulet has 3 abilities that whoever is attuned to it can use. It has 10 charges, and you can use 1 charge to hold vampires, which means any vampire within 30 feet must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. One of the abilities is only applicable if one of you have turned the undead or unholy, which you don't, so I'll skip that one. The final ability is that you can expend 5 charges to make it shed bright light in a 30-foot radius. This acts as sunlight and lasts for 10 minutes. These all take an action to use in combat.
I don't think we should give it to me then, if it is all the same regardless of which of us uses it. My actions are usually used to deal a lot of damage.
Yeah, we should give it to me probably. I think I still have the lowest damage output of the 3 of us.
Fine. I guess I'll give up the magic amulet. It doesn't seem like the sword is very good. Should we just leave it?
It might have a use elsewhere. We should keep it, I think. All right, should we head out then? We still have 1 more clue to track down, and we know where to find Strahd after that.
As you leave the tomb, you all begin hearing the screaming cries for mercy in your ears. Across the lake, you see the hooded figure of Rahadin staring at you. His words, though not loud, echo across the silent lake. You should not have come here and desecrated this place. You shall not leave alive. I shall serve my master well.
Damn. Well, we already killed that weird mutated guy. I guess we had to kill Rahadin at some point.
Something tells me he is going to be a bit more difficult to take down, especially since we don't know what this place is hiding.
Well, we will have to wait until next session to find out.
A huge thank you to all of our viewers. This marks the end of our 2nd week of the Strahd Dies Tonight one-shot, and we are excited for this next week as well. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell icon to know when the next episode drops.
And join the Discord. These guys would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on the series. And there's a donate link in the description to help us out with subscription fees and the other costs with making these episodes.
Thank you all for joining. We will see you all next time.